words. That is a beauty. Paul, you really know how to do it, Paul, Apostle Paul. That is sublime.
Yes, all right. Okay. And this is a page. Yeah, it looks like a page out of the Bible. Of one side is it's Isaiah.
Isaiah 11:6.
Let's see, 11.
11th chapter, verse 6. Is that correct?
Yes, right here. I'll read that right now.
Please.
The wolf also shall dwell with the lamb, comma. The leopard shall lie down with the young goat, comma. The calf and the young lion and the fatling together. And the little child shall lead them. The cow and the bear shall graze. Their young ones shall lie down together. And the lion shall eat straw like the ox. Period. The nursing child shall play by the cobra's hole. And the weaned child shall put his hand in the viper's den. They shall not hurt nor destroy in all my holy mountain. For the earth shall be full of the knowledge of the Lord, as the waters cover the sea.
Thank you, Greg. That, now, again, folks, what is that? It's the book of Isaiah in the Old Testament. It's chapter 11, and it's verse 6.
Okay, all right.
I know where you left off. Do you?
Oh, there.
When you finished the first column.
I think I did. So, let's see here.
This is Lucent, the alumni magazine of American International College, Springfield, Massachusetts.
Yes.
And this article came out a year ago. It's a very, very well done history of a chat with Glendora, if you're interested in its ups and downs, its failures, and its successes.
Yeah, I left off. I started reading the page, and I put the bookmark in it.
Good boy.
And you want me to just pick up where I left off?
I would like to have you read the next column.
Read the next one. All right. So let's see there. Let's see for. Okay. Let's see. This is the Lucent magazine from the American International College. This is their alumni magazine they put out, and they did a cover story and photo with Glendora. They did a big article on her. And there's photos and interviews of Glendora in here. I'm gonna touch on some of that. Let's see. Let's see here. This speaks about Glendora's career. On the advice of friends, Glendora's parents enrolled her in Springfield's Classical High School, known for its rigor and reputation for preparing graduates for the Ivy Leagues. And she says, here I was, this little hick from Maine. It says they wouldn't even accept my Latin and made me take it over. So that's something. Says, but Glendora, whose idol was Bob Hope and who dreamed of a career in comedy, and an iconoclastic choice for a girl in the 40s, quickly became popular at school and was eventually nominated for president of her class. The young man who went on to Yale, who put me up for class president, he did it as a joke, but I ended up winning. The principal was devastated that the class clown should be class president. So no, that's not nice. That's not nice to say. Thanks to an English teacher, Edmund Smith, someone who knew how to turn a teenager into something worthwhile. Glendora blossomed academically and earned a place on the honor roll. By the time he got through with me, I graduated magna cum laude, but I told everyone I graduated cum lousy. It says, though Glendora had earned good grades, her SAT scores were disappointing. I didn't know what I was doing, and my poor English teacher was so upset. And so it says here you went off to wait tables at the Equinox House, planning to enroll in Springfield Junior College in the fall, but a mysterious providence intervened. I received a letter telling me that American International College had awarded her a full scholarship. I never found out who was behind that, it says, so that's interesting, full scholarship. So Glendora entered American International College and discovered that she was well prepared to handle a full load of classes. Taking 5 subjects that didn't really fulfill my academic longings, so I took 6. By the time I was a junior, I had enough credits to graduate in both psychology and English. And it says 70 years later, she can name the professors who left a lasting impression. Dr. Wells for psychology from Harvard School of Education. Mrs. Morse taught literature. She was a grand person. Henrietta Littlefield taught German. She was always beautifully dressed and wore these Victorian hats. Let's see here.
That's good. Can you mark that now? You need a pen.
Yes, sure.
Now, the principal, who was horrified that the class clown should be elected president of prestigious classical high school, was William C. Hill, an honorary doctorate, Dr. William C. Hill. The prankster who put Glendora up for president of the United States on the ballot and went to Yale.
You mean class president or?
Yeah.
Class president or?
Went to Yale. That was Crawford Lincoln. And Crawford Lincoln went on to become president of G&C Merriam-Webster's Dictionary in Springfield, Massachusetts. Huh. Well, gee, thank you for that.
All right, so yeah, that's interesting, but it's a very good article. If somebody could get a chance to read up on that, so.
You marked it so you can resume?
Yes, yeah.
Thank you.
Sure.
Out of the 5,000 words, you must have read 2,000.
And some of them there. Yeah, this is a. I'll hold it up to the camera. This is a little tiny prayer written in a magazine here. And I'll read that. It says. I said a prayer for you today. I said a prayer for you today, and know God must have heard. I felt the answer in my heart, although he spoke no word. I didn't ask for wealth or fame. I knew you wouldn't mind. I asked him to send treasures of a far more lasting kind. I asked that he'd be near you at the start of each new day, to grant you health and blessings, and friends to share your way. I asked for happiness for you in all things great and small, but it was for his loving care I prayed for the most of all. So that's interesting. So that's
Thanks.
nice. Yeah, it's a little prayer article.
I say that prayer for you folks. I say it for you, Gregory. I say it for you, Cat.
All right, so, and this is a list of the 10 commandments, but they're written in these are written in a language so that children could understand them. And I'll read some of them to you right now. The number one at the top it says love God more than you love anything else.
Love treating others well more than you love anything else.
And don't make anything in your life more important than God.
Don't make anything in your life more important than how you treat others.
Number 3, always say God's name with love and respect. Number 4, honor the Lord by resting on the 7th day of the week. Number 5, love and respect your mom and dad. Number 6, never hurt anyone.
Animals included.
And number 7, always be faithful to your husband or wife. Number 7.
Do you know that Christmas Day is our anniversary and that we were married in 1954?
Yes, I do. Let's see. Yeah, Glendora, you were married on Christmas Day, so
Yeah.
that's interesting. That's you can't forget that day. So yeah, always be faithful to your husband or wife. Number 7. Number 8. Don't take anything that isn't yours. Number 8. Number 9. It says always tell the truth. And number 10. Be happy with what you have. Don't wish for other people's things.
What a wonderful code you brought down from the mountain, Moses. Oh, that's beautiful. Don't you think, Greg?
That's interesting. So.
Don't you love it?
Yeah, that's good. So.
Will you read our words 41 to 50?
All right, these are the
Words are so important, folks. The English language is so articulate, so present, so expressive. And to know these words, and sometimes the definitions express your thoughts better than the word himself.
I'll read some of the words from the list. We can talk about them. The one at the top of the list, 41. 41, I think it says order.
Ardent? Does
No,
it say ardent?
I think it's ARDER or order. It looks like order, I think, to me. The top one.
Read the definition, please.
It says, it doesn't have the definition. It just says, I think order, and then underneath that it says ardent, underneath it.
Okay, ardor, is that the first word? A-R-D-O-R?
A-R-D. Yes, that is. Yeah.
And what is the definition of ardor?
It says ardent. Is that the definition there? Yeah, I don't see. It doesn't have the definition on the paper right now, so I
Well,
don't see that. But it says ardor, and then it says ardent underneath it. It says.
well, I think what ardor is a great enthusiasm for something, right? A great devotion to something.
Yeah, I think
If
so.
you go at a job with ardor, you're going at it with great assiduousness, isn't that it? Okay, now what is ardent?
Yep, so
Fiery,
ardent.
hot, burning.
Oh, yeah.
What does ardent mean?
Ardent. Let's see. It's.
It's my writing, folks.
Yeah, it doesn't have the definition. I don't see the definition to it right there. But it's got ardor, ardent, and then there's a line, and then this says absonant. Is that absonant there? I guess.
Something's wrong here. I've given you the wrong paper, and I beg your pardon.
No, that's okay.
I'm really sorry. How about
Maybe
this?
that's
Is
it.
that a little bit
Well,
better?
yeah, that's it. Yeah,
I'm sorry, Gregory.
Sorry about that.
I apologize.
Yeah, this is it here. So, all right. The top number 41. It says ardor, ARDOR. Is that?
Yeah.
It says burning heat. The definition is burning heat.
Ardor is burning heat.
Fire, flame.
Fire, flame.
Warmth of
Warmth of feeling.
Warmth of what is he? Emotion.
Warmth of emotion. That's better.
Warmth of emotion and zeal is a ZEHL. And let's see, what does it say? Enthusiasm.
Enthusiasm. That's good.
Enthusiasm. Yeah, that's what it says.
Would you go over that again? Ardor.
All right, so ardor, burning heat, fire, flame, warmth of emotion, comma. Then it says zeal, and enthusiasm. That's the definition.
Nice word.
And the number 42 below that says ardent, hot, burning, fiery, glowing, and I think it says shining.
So let's be ardent about how we treat others.
And then it says, I think it says arduous.
Arduous. Difficult. Hard, right?
Yeah, difficult and yeah.
Is it difficult how you treat others correctly? No,
Difficult.
it's a pleasure.
There's arduous. I see there. Arduous is steep, hard to climb, strenuous, and difficult. It says. Number 40. Let's see, 45 or 45. It says abstinent.
Oh, abstinent.
Abstinent.
Difficult to get along with.
It says discordant, contrary, and unreasonable. It says.
Discordant, contrary, and unreasonable.
Then below that is 46. It says absorbed.
Absorb.
Absorbed in the past tense.
Oh yeah, okay. Absorbed. If you're absorbed in your work, what is that? What's it mean?
No, it says buried or plunged in a thought or pursuit. It says.
Say it again, Greg.
It says absorbed. It says buried, or it looks like plunged in something in a thought or pursuit. It says. It looks like plunged. It says buried, or I'm not sure what that is. It just means to be involved in a thought or pursuit. That's what that means. You're absorbed.
And helping others.
And
that's what we're plunged in. That's what we're absorbed in. Helping others.
And the one below that is absorption. Absorption. Entire engrossment of the mind.
Entire, what is it?
Engrossment, it says. Or
Oh, nice. Entire engrossment of the mind. On what? That's right.
on anything. So.
You said it right. How you treat others.
Okay, it's still going. Then there's abstruse.
Abstruse. Difficult to understand.
Yeah, difficult to comprehend.
When you're selfish and your ego reigns, then things are abstruse. But when you're out helping others all you can, you see things very clearly.
Mm-hmm. It says, this 40, the 48 there. It says, I think it says A-B-U-T. That's a word there?
A butt.
A butt.
What's a butt mean?
A butt. It says to touch, to be contiguous to. It says contiguous. A butt.
We are not abutting. We're not touching and we're not contiguous.
Yeah. So, And this is two comma touch, to be contiguous to. It says. abstract of title.
Oh, abstract of title. That's very good. It's the epitome of the successive conveyances of the ownership of a piece of land. Would you read it for me? Abstract of title.
Oh yeah, the abstract of title, and an epitome of the successive conveyances upon which title to a piece of land rests.
When you go to sell your house, you have to have an abstract of title. You have to know who owned it before you.
Yeah, so yeah.
Fun!
And I think
I
that's,
enjoyed that. I hope everybody else did.
So yeah, that's all I have on the sheet there. And so,
Now,
well, that goes in there. So okay. All right.
okay. Well, I can't see what is this Bible passage? This one, Greg. What's that say?
These are like it says John chapter 11 verse 2.
Will you find it for me?
It says John chapter 11.
And please keep those bookmarks in there,
All right, so
because they're really beautiful. I want to read those to you someday. I can't read them, but I ask somebody to read them to you.
All right, so let's see. Now.
Where are you now?
Oh, it's John.
Oh, you're in John. Good.
Going to John. Yeah, it says John. Yeah, chapter 11, verse 2. It says. Let's see here. All right. Okay. Okay. John chapter 11.
This is my commandment to you. You love one another as I have loved you.
Let's see. Let's see, 11.
For
It's John 3.
Jesus I have promised
Verse
to
2.
serve thee to the end. Be thou forever near me, my master and my friend.
John.
I shall not fear the battle.
Let's see. 16.
If thou art by my side, nor wander from the pathway, if thou wilt be my guide. Can I help you there?
Yeah, if you could help me there. I'm looking at, this is John here?
This is John, and you're looking for 11, chapter 11?
Yeah, chapter 11.
What chapter is this?
This is,
Tells you right at the top of the page. What chapter
this is
is it?
the second epistle of John. It says salutation.
Oh, that's another John, honey.
It's too far back.
I'm sorry, yeah, this John is the Gospel of John, and that's the fourth
Yes, in the
fourth
front.
Gospel.
says,
Tell me when I'm at John, please.
Oh, it says Saint John.
Okay, there you are. Now you want chapter 11.
All right, chapter 11.
What chapter is this?
That's Acts. That's Acts, right?
Acts. No, Acts.
So
John
yeah,
is
we
the-
go back to here. Okay, the 11 verse 2. So okay, right. That
You
would
were
be
very
right.
brave.
That would be right.
You didn't run away.
It was right here. So it's 11. Yeah, 11 verse 2 right here.
Very good. I'm anxious to hear it. That was arduous.
This is the Saint John chapter 11 verse 2. Let's see. It was. Well, I'll read most of it here. It says this is the death, the death of Lazarus. It says now a certain man was sick, named Lazarus of Bethany, the town of Mary and her sister Martha. It was, and it says in parentheses, it was Mary which anointed the Lord with ointment and wiped his feet and her hair, whose brother Lazarus was sick. Let's see now. That was That was it right there. So.
That's when Jesus restored Lazarus to life. That is the wrong verse. I don't know what it
Is
was,
that
but
it?
it's my writing or not. Would you go to John 16?
16, so.
Go to John chapter 16. It's
All
this
right,
way.
So, all right. Okay, let's see, 12, 13, 16 right there. All right, here's 16.
Yes. Would you go to verse?
16,
Would
30,
you? That's verse 13.
33.
Okay.
Yeah, so, here we go, right here. There's a card right there. These,
John 16:33.
yeah, it says, these things I have spoken unto you,
That's it.
that in me ye might have peace, period. In the world ye shall have tribulation, but be of good cheer. I have overcome the world. It says, period.
That's good. That's very good. Now, how do we overcome the world? Be of good spirit. Be of good cheer.
16.
What's the answer? How we treat others, helping others. And that's what Jesus was talking about. Thank you.
Yeah, that's it. There, that goes in there. All right.
Now, Gregory, I want to thank you for listing about 50 hymns, Hymns, listing them so that the musical scores could be taken to the museum, and that finding the hymn for each day would be much easier. So, where is Gregory's list? I can't find Gregory's list, but pick one of these.
All right. So yeah, I went up to went to 50, and then these continue above 50 over 50 there, I guess.
Yes, and I think your nice list that you made, 3 or 4 pages, has been misfiled, honey.
Oh, that's around. Yeah,
Sorry about that. So pick one of these.
All right.
What's-
It says at the top of the list, it says, holy, holy, holy.
Oh, that's good. Listen to this. Holy, holy, holy. What is holy? How you treat others. Lord God Almighty. What is almighty? How you treat others. Early in the morning our song shall rise to thee. Early in the morning our song rises. How are we going to treat others today? Holy, 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 merciful and mighty. Glendora, you be merciful. You make more mistakes than anybody else. So you be merciful. Don't you ever criticize anybody else, because you're worse than they are. Merciful and mighty. What is mighty? Helping others. God in all persons. What is the soul? It's the God inside of you. God in all persons. Blessed charity. Now, holy, 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 though the darkness hides you, thee. What is hiding you? Egotism, selfishness. That's the darkness. Through the eye of sinful flesh. What's sinful flesh? Egotism, selfishness. And through that eye, thy glory we can see. Through that eye of egotism and selfishness, folks, we can see the glory of how we treat others and helping others. Only God is holy. Only what is holy is the way you treat others. Only God is holy. There is none beside God. There's none beside helping others. That's your whole life, just like the 10 Commandments said. Perfect in power, in love and purity. You want to be perfect in love and power and purity? That's the way you do it. Spend your time helping others. Well, Greg, we're down to the jokes, and then it's your turn to tell people all that you have on your mind. And it's your turn to call us and tell us what you have on your mind.
Okay. Alright, let's see here. Alright, so yeah, these are jokes. There's yeah. Do you want me to just read off the
Read
top
the first
list
one,
here,
would
the
you
first
please,
one?
and see if I can remember.
Yeah, it says,
Need to go back to 1987.
Mary says she babies her car.
She babies her car. It won't go anywhere without a rattle.
Oh, is it? Oh, I see. Then there's one. It says Bob, comma Mrs. Morgan said, comma describe the game of chess.
Describe the game of chess. That is a game where two people sit motionless opposite each other for hours, never making a move, staring. And you sure that's chess, or is that social service?
Yeah, it says Bill said yes. It's called civil service. It says there again.
Civil service.
Yeah, that's what it says. Then it says here.
New York Staters.
Says Anthony said that when he was a kid, his parents were so ashamed of him they hired another kid to play him in home movies.
Play his part in the whole thing.
So,
Very good, Greg.
And
Let's do 10. We'll do 10.
all right. It says I know the feeling. Period. My family never bought a pumpkin at Halloween. They made me stand in the window. It says.
To scare away the evil spirits.
And yeah, it says, and then I threatened to run away from home. My father made me put it in writing. It says, I played hide and seek, and the other kids would never look for me.
He would hide, and they wouldn't seek him.
And so yeah, then the other one we've heard. So there's in the list here let's see here.
Just read the words, and I'll try to fill it in.
Oh, the one about the nurse. The nurse said to Charlie waiting in the maternity ward, says, well, did you want a boy or a girl? And Charlie said, a girl. And then the nurse said, well, it's a boy. And Charlie says, well, that's okay. That was my second choice. It says.
That's 6. Number 7.
All right. Let's see here. It says, today's consumer tip for kids, brought to you by the Mall Merchant Association. It says, remember, kids, if Santa brings you everything you ask for, you aren't asking for enough. It says, and then we really have a religious minister. His contact lenses are stained glass. It says. It says Joanne got a very, very realistic doll for Christmas. It's a teenage doll. It doesn't walk. It slouches. It says.
Last one coming up.
Well, let's see. Let's see.
Give me a word or two.
Oh, okay. The Sunday school teacher said Lot was warned to take his wife and flee out of the city, but his wife was turned into a pillar of salt. A little girl asked, what happened to the flea?
Right. Lot was told to take his wife and flee out of the city. What happened to the flea? Thank you, Greg.
What happened to the flea? So, all right. So, okay.
You did yeoman service trying to read that writing. Thank you.
So, okay, this goes like that. So, all right, there you go.
Now, it's all yours. Anything that you want to say to the folks, dear Greg? I'm glad the people
Oh,
like the jokes.
well, it's amazing. It's amazing how the time passes by here. We
And the
sit
money
down
is-
and we sit down, and before you know it, the minutes go by. But here it is. Today's Wednesday, Wednesday the 20th,
New Year's Eve.
and then Christmas is this coming Monday.
Yep.
And I wish everybody peace and prosperity and goodwill at the holidays, and continue to watch Glendora and her videos, and make comments, and
Share.
and you could share your comments. Her email address is a chatwithglendora@gmail.com, and your number is area code 518-610-5810 is Glendora's number.
Care and share.
And yeah, that's about all I have to say, really.
Is it?
So, yeah.
Ben.
So,
We will all say to each other, grace and peace unto you from God our Father and the Lord Jesus Christ. Amen.
yeah, amen. So,